Hola a todo el mundo y bienvenido a mi canal. Yo me llamo Sirey. Soy una abogada afro-latina licenciada practicando la ley criminal, pero como todos ustedes, a mí me fascina cuando estamos hablando de casos de crímenes reales. En este video vamos a continuar de hablar de Luigi Mangione. Si quieren más video en español, nada más dime allá abajo. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree. I'm a licensed and practicing Afro-Latino criminal attorney who, much like the rest of you, has a severe fascination with true crime cases. Listen, I don't know why you guys don't really seem to like my Luigi Mangione updates, but that's not going to stop me from making them. So here's another one. Since my last video where we talked about Luigi Mangione, the court issued its order on Luigi's defense team's motion requesting a brief continuance of the federal trial date. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, before we get into the order that was filed into the federal court case, let's talk about an order that was filed into the state court case on April 1st of 2026. As you guys can see here, it says the people of the state of New York against Luigi Mangione, and Justice Gregory Carro issued the order. Number 1, the amended trial schedule is as follows. Trial will begin on September 8th, 2026, replacing the previous date of June 8th of 2026. Number 2, the parties are to appear in court as originally scheduled on May 18th of 2026. Now, before we get into what the federal court said, let's just remind you what I said in the last video. What I told you guys in the last video was this. I wouldn't be surprised if the federal court decided to grant the motion and move the trial date. Why do I think that? I think that courts are really cautious whenever dealing with a request to continue, specifically from a defendant, because should the court deny the request to continue, and should there be a conviction in the defendant's case, the defendant will inevitably appeal, and in that appeal will inevitably say, well, listen, I asked the court to continue because I needed XYZ more time to do XYZ, and they said no, right? So they don't want to have the Court of Appeals overturn on such a simple thing when they can just grant more time as they deem fit. Does that make sense? But now let's go ahead and talk about what exactly the federal court ordered. In an order filed in the federal court on April 2nd of 2026, so literally one day after the April 1st of 2026 state court order, the federal court decided the following. In light of the April 1st, 2026 decision in the defendant's state court case to adjourn the state trial to September 8th, 2026, and the discussion held with the parties at this court's earlier April 1st, 2026 conference, the court orders the following schedule for trial in this matter. This schedule retains the original February 3rd order dates for decisions on the content of jury questionnaires and sets out the remaining relevant dates for the trial discussed at the April 1st conference. In addition, defendant's counsel remains obligated to provide the court with an ex parte status letter on April 24th, 2026, as discussed at the ex parte conference on April 1st. The court will not entertain any further applications for adjournment of the trial schedule set forth below prior to receiving that letter. Finally, all counsel are ordered to remain available for an in-person voir dire beginning January 5th, 2027, and trial beginning January 25th, 2027 through February 12th, 2027, unless and until otherwise ordered by this court, should a further adjournment of the trial become necessary. Now, did I need to make a whole video to tell you guys that the federal court decided to grant defense's motion and continue Luigi's trial until January of 2027? You know, I absolutely did. Now, why is that? I want you guys to have a trust in me, not only because I'm an attorney, not only because you are hearing things coming from my mouth, but because I am showing you the verification of where I got them. I want you to see the orders that I'm looking at when I'm explaining things to you. I want you to see the statutes that are applicable as we discuss them, because I shouldn't be your source, right? Desiree said X, so it must be X is not a source. I want you guys to use me and trust me, but also see where I got the information from. But that is it for our Luigi Mangione update. Please let me know if any of you watch this video, because these videos haven't been doing too hot on this channel. But please let me know anything it is you want to let me know down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all take care.